Wait, what? Hi guys, welcome back to Crime Time with Jess. So I know you see the title. I am not playing these phone calls, okay? Because they are on phone calls with from prisons Patreon. It's only $3. But for those of you that can't afford it or don't want to, you know, phone calls from prison is okay with creators talking about the phone calls. So I'm allowed to do this. But again, I'm just not going to be playing the videos for you guys because that's just kind of a big no-no. But if I could just give you a recap, holy crap. Okay. So whoever's in here, if you could just tell me if you can hear me well. I finally got Wi-Fi, guys. We got Wi-Fi in our apartment. I'm afraid to stream though. Like I'm afraid to stream a video because I don't know if it's going to sound chipmunky. But anyway, so I gave the $3. I've never ever signed up for anyone's Patreon ever. That was a first for me. Phone calls with prison got me. And I was not prepared. I was not prepared for what I was about to hear. I'm not a prude, okay? I have children. I've done some dirty talk in my life with, my significant other. I've seen some steamy stuff on the TV and such. So I'm not a prude. But these phone calls even got me. Like I kept stopping it because I was so afraid Tyler was going to wake up and be like, "What the hell are you listening to?" You know? Uh so the German girl. I know you guys have heard of the German girl, but let me just tell you. This lady, he starts telling her, and when they say these calls are sexually explicit, they mean that. They absolutely mean that. But he starts telling her that he's going to take his member, try to follow what I'm saying here, okay? He's going to take his member and put it into her back door, and he wants her fecal matter to go inside of his member. Okay? And then we're not even at the worst part. We're nowhere near the worst part. Okay. So he tells her this, and then he tells her he wants his member in this hole of hers. And he describes, how he's gonna pound her to Pound Town, I guess you could say. But the worst part about his phone calls with that German girl was when he starts describing to her how he is going to rape and murder her. It's literally what he starts telling her. He tells her, again, he's describing how he's going to sleep with her. And then he tells her, I'm going to pick you up by your ankles. And I'm going to take you to that place that we talked about, like by the water, by the sand. And he said, I'm going to pick you up by your ankles. He said, and then I'm going to dig a little hole with my foot. And I'm going to put your head in it. And once I put your head in it, I'm going to fill up the hole with my foot and with the sand all around your head. And he tells her, this part always, it just gets me. And he tells her, you're not going to be able to see anything. Everything's going to be black. You're not going to be able to hear anything. And while you're in that darkness, I'm going to have your box, however you want to describe it, at penis length. So he says, while I have your legs like this and you're trying to get out of that hole, the only thing you're going to be doing is helping me get more into you. Okay. And then he tells her, you're going to go numb. You're not going to feel nothing. Basically, you're going to die. That is what he is telling her, that he is going to put her head in the sand. And he does just flat out say, I'm going to R word you, going to rape you. And he keeps telling her that. And he keeps telling her, that this is all you're good for. This is all you're good for. You're just good enough to F and kill, basically. So it was really disturbing to hear that. Not surprising, just disturbing. But, I was thinking to myself, are we still going to go with the drugs, that the drugs made him do this? Because he's in jail right now. This phone call that he did with this German girl was only, maybe a month ago or so. He's not on drugs in there that we're aware of. So he still is fantasizing and living out these fantasies with these women of rape and murder. So, I don't think it was the drugs. I don't think it was the drugs at all. um, just really crazy. I tried to I didn't listen. There's 6 calls that they have on their Patreon, and they're all sexually explicit calls. I listened to a couple of them. The other ones, it's the same stuff of him just saying really disgusting things. And knowing what he's done, it's just so disgusting to listen to him tell these women how he's gonna rape them and do this stuff to them. It's hard to listen to. It honestly is, just knowing what he's done and listening to this crap. But the video that Phone Calls from Prison put out yesterday, I was like, wow. Huh. With Jesse and Shannon and Kelly and Ari, the fake lawyer. I watched Jumpsuit Pablo's stream on it. I watched it outright, just, on Phone Calls from Prison first, and then watched his. These women are nuts. I mean, Wade Wilson is crazy. We know that. That's why he's on death row. But these women are actually insane. I mean, the Shannon lady crying. What are you crying about, lady? She's crying. Oh my God, are you ever going to call me back? Oh, I want the best for you, Wade. I'm trying to help you. There's this pattern with these women that they say the same shit all the time. Sorry, but they say the same crap all the time. And it's like, I'm here for you. I want the best for you. If you have any hope of getting out of jail, it's going to be me. I'm going to help you. I'm going to da 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 da. Why are you so intent on saving this man? Do you know that his victims that have children that you can help? Do you know that Wade himself has a biological child that he never talks about? When does he ever talk about this kid? Ever. Of all the phone calls we've heard from Wade Wilson, what are we up to? Like 25, 30 calls if you listen to them all? Something like that. I don't know. There's been a crap ton of them. Never once have I ever heard him talk about his kid. Never. He just doesn't care. I mean, this guy does not give a single F about anyone, anything. And then you got Jesse. Jesse running, like his little secretary running all his little money schemes. She's so delusional. This woman really thinks that, like, he cares about her or something. You know? He doesn't care about you. He cares about what you can do for him, dumbass. You know? I don't know. Maybe my stream's not working well. But I'm gonna end it. This was kind of a little test. So I'm just gonna replay it before I go back to work. And if it didn't sound horrible, then maybe I'll start doing some serious live streams again. Hopefully. Because for those of you that, just watch for Wade Wilson, that's fine. For those of you that have watched me for a long time, I have covered the Dylan Rounds case, and I just found out yesterday that there was stuff released, a lot of things released actually from Box Elder County. And I was watching last night a video from this guy that was James Brenner's cellmate. And the cellmate was, telling the cops, like, basically everything that Brenner said, like how he said it happened, and how he killed Dylan, and all of that. So I really wanted to do a live stream about that. And there's a lot of documents to go through. because they just did like a whole dump. So there's one channel, I'm not going to mention them because I'm not subscribed to them and I don't really agree with what he's doing, but there's one channel that has put out a link to all these documents, and but he's just kind of really attacking the crap out of Dylan's family and his brothers and sisters and stuff. I don't really see why, and it's being said that it's confirmed that Dylan is gay. I haven't gone through all these documents yet, so I don't really know. But even if Dylan was gay, it doesn't really have any bearing on the case because being gay is not why James Brenner killed him. So it just doesn't have any bearing on his life being taken. So I just don't really know why that's a big deal. I mean, if he was killed because he was gay or being gay in any way had something to do with this, then we should talk about it. But if it doesn't, then I don't really, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna listen to this and see if my voice sounds okay and it doesn't sound like a chipmunk. All right, bye guys.